start of change. The 17th to 18th century is where the timeline changes from our own. In the mid-18th century, the Austro-Hungarian Empire discovered a new source of energy that caused technology to advance rapidly. This breakthrough allowed the empire to build the first space portal, connecting Earth to the Ursa Majoris star system. The portal was extremely expensive to build, so the Austro-Hungarian partnered with other major powers, including Great Britain, the United States, and Germany. In return, the newly discovered star system was divided between them for colonization. The Austro-Hungarian Empire claimed several worlds, naming the main colonies Franz and Rudolf, along with the other moons orbiting a nearby gas giant. The Allied nations expanded into other parts of the system and established their own colonies. As more people started to settle, different ethnic groups within the empire began demanding more rights and representation. To address this, the Emperor Franz Joseph ordered his heir, Franz Ferdinand, to create a new system of government for the space colonies. Franz Ferdinand proposed the United Star States of Greater Austria, a plan that organized the colonies around the empire's different national groups, while keeping them united under the emperor. One of these colonies was the moon Sophie, which became home to the people of eastern and western Galicia, with most settlers being Ukrainians and Poles. Sophie is one of the moons orbiting a massive gas giant in the Ursa Majoris star system, chosen for colonization by the Austro-Hungarian Empire. It offered everything needed for thriving settlements: habitable islands, abundant fresh water, fertile land, and rich natural resources. For nearly 30 years, the colonies prospered. Towns expanded, industries grew, and thousands of settlers built new lives on the moon, believing Sophie would become a permanent home. The fall. That future came to an abrupt end when an environmental disaster struck the moon. The authorities managed to evacuate most of the population, but the speed of the evacuation forced them to abandon nearly all infrastructure, machinery, and supplies. In the years that followed, relentless sandstorms and extreme heat transformed Sophie into a barren desert. Once a thriving colony, the moon remained nearly uninhabitable for over 20 years, leaving behind abandoned settlements and forgotten technology, and countless stories buried beneath the sand. Today, Sophie has become a destination for scavengers willing to risk everything in search of valuable relics from the lost colony. Most of Sophie's original settlers were Galicians, from the Austro-Hungarian province of Galicia. The emperor had promised them land and a better future, encouraging many to volunteer as workers during the moon's colonization. For decades, they worked to build towns, farms, and industries, hoping to one day own land and to live prosperous lives. Even after the disaster destroyed the colony, that dream never truly disappeared. The Vienna Space Travel Agency. Seeing an opportunity for profit, the Vienna Space Travel Agency secretly recruited people from poor communities, promising them a chance to recover forgotten treasures from Sophie. The expeditions were expensive, and few recruits could afford the journey themselves. Instead, they traveled under debt agreements, surrendering a portion of everything they recovered to pay for transportation. Each orbital station maintained an authorized agent responsible for collecting these payments before issuing a return ticket home, trapping many scavengers in a dangerous cycle of debt and repeated expeditions. The Tramplers. Tramplers are a massive land ship supported by enormous mechanical legs, originally built to transport construction materials during Sophie's colonization period. They were designed to travel across both land and water, allowing them to reach even the most remote settlements. After the disaster, walkers became essential for survival. Their ability to cross deserts, navigate ruined terrain, wasteland, and withstand the harsh environment made them primary means of transportation across the moon. Over the years, crews heavily modified their walkers with armor, weapons, storage, and specialized equipment, no longer just construction vehicles. They evolved into highly customizable mobile fortresses, perfectly suited for expedition, scavenging, and combat on the unforgiving world of Sophie. Now for a short break. This is the timeline that makes the most sense as of what we have right now. I'm sure as more updates come out, things could change, but I think this is a solid base for what's to come. Now, onto the letters and diaries that have been found by the community. You can find these notes in the map, like in hotels, banks, storage rooms, and even on desks. This is also a great spot to remind you, make sure you like and subscribe. It really helps, and I hope to come up with more videos like this soon. Now, onto the books. Elizabeth Frey's letter to Orest, however you say his last name, offering him 10,000 starry crowns to recover a collection of 6 books. These books are described only having dark blue bindings decorated with stars. No titles or authors are provided. Elizabeth specifically warns Orest not to open the books, claiming they could be damaged if handled improperly. Once recovered, the books are to be delivered to St. Christopher's Space Station, where they are to be hidden inside a secret compartment within the office. The letter gives no explanation of the book's importance or why they must be concealed. Orest's diary. In a later diary entry, Orest reflects on accepting Elizabeth's commission. Although he took the job, he admits that he felt uneasy from the very beginning. The expedition ended in tragedy. During the mission to recover the books, Orest lost 3 members of his team. Later he writes, another entry records the burial of his companions. Before ending the diary, Orest leaves himself a final warning. The heat. Letter 1, July 30th, 1871. A resident complains about the unbearable temperatures inside the apartment. The heat has become so intense that remaining indoors is nearly impossible. Even the water coming from the taps are described as boiling hot. Letter 2, July 30th, 1871. Another resident reports nearly identical conditions. Poor ventilation has made the building almost uninhabitable, and the water flowing through the plumbing is again described as boiling. These reports suggest the extreme heat was widespread rather than isolated incident. And that's the end of the video. I had a lot of fun working on this. I hope it sparks some theories, and if it does, please share in the comments. Thanks for watching. Bye!